Once you've set up some ideal client profile searches within our leads tool, the next thing is to pop that whole process onto Autopilot. So if you know that you're after a particular type of business or particular vertical, you can use our company search. If you're dialing in and really looking for a specific role or category of people, use our people search. And both are available to then set up on Autopilot to run in the background for you. So using our Autopilot search, you can create a search in either the company or people mode, and you can then have the system create your lists for you. So all you need to do, make sure you've got your wallet topped up so that you can run this forever and ever. And then we're going to simply set this up just like this. So let's give this a name. We're going to call this our demo auto search. And I'm going to look for new leads every single day. So I click on continue, and now I say what kinds of business I'm looking for. So in this example, I might say, I'm looking for realtors. Could be, I'm looking for business coaches. I'm looking for accountants. I'm looking for marine detailers, whatever it might be. And then in what location are we searching? So for our example here, I'm going to say, I'm looking in New York and New York State, New York City. Now, how many results per day do we want to add to our system? And we can then say, okay, do we have a list that we want this to run to? Or we can create a new list as we go. So we're looking for realtors 20 per day. I'm adding them to a list. The next thing that will happen is you'll be able to set up the different areas or boroughs within or suburbs within that particular location. They're all ticked by default, but you can turn them off if you don't want specific areas. You can also go back and expand by postcode or by different location. So now we have our location set. Next, we have filters within the program. So you're able to say which kinds of filters do you want to use to make sure that your autopilot system is running. Maybe we don't want companies less than 10 employees, or we only want to deal with companies that are more than 10 employees, more likely. Or I might say, okay, when I'm doing my outreach and I'm using my compliant-based marketing, I might not want any email addresses that have admin at. So I could take that out of the system, or info at, just like that. So I can take those addresses out using my filters. Once I'm happy with my filters and the way I've set that up, I can now choose to either enrich or not enrich the employee data. So do I really want to get into each employee and find their job history, their multiple social media profiles, multiple email addresses if it's possible? So if I do want to enrich the employees, I can set that up here. Now, most companies have more than one employee listed, so you can say just the first 1, 2, or 3 in the list, or turn that off entirely if you just want the company details themselves. Okay, now I've also got different AI functionality within the program. We've talked about that on lots of different videos, but it pops up in our autopilot as well. So I can say, you know what? When I run my autopilot search, I also want to do one of my specific summary prompts. I've got a great intro prompt that I'm looking for, and a DM. I really want a DM sitting in there as well. So I can set up my AI to also run on autopilot with this search. And then our final step is to connect that to a CRM. So if you've got your CRM system in the program, you can then connect this up, and your autopilot will automatically send your results over to your CRM, your connected CRM, in this last step. And what's the end result? The end result is that you'll have brand new leads and prospects coming into your CRM every single day or every single week if you set it up to run weekly. And this will continue to run until all of those locations have been exhausted. And then you can come in and simply set up the next city, the next location, and go again. So our autopilot search running within our leads tool will make sure that your sales funnels and your prospect funnels stay topped up and ready, full of your ideal prospects without you needing to come into the system to search for them, all done on autopilot.